Charles Miller, Chuck Miller we called him, owned 3 of those companies. Right now the stretch between 31 and Green Street is called Chuck Miller Road, Charles Miller Avenue. There's a reason for that. He had 3 companies, Enterprise Concrete, McHenry Sand and Gravel, and Latham Construction. Those companies virtually or literally built Coventry, Whispering Hills, a lot of McHenry County. He was the chairperson of the Republican Party. Every single of his hundreds of employees were union employees. Yeah. The Republicans have not always been against the unions. They have for a long time, but it doesn't have to be that way. I'll say it again for those in the back row with the cheesemakers. Chuck Miller, when I was growing up, owned 3 of the biggest construction companies in McHenry County. He was chairman of the Republican Party, and every single one of us was a union. And those companies pulled hundreds of farm kids like mine out of the poor class into the middle class. It doesn't happen now. So, for 30 years I've been going to classrooms telling stories. In 1970 I had met my first Mexican-American student at Northwood School, which is now Verda Dearson. I was hired by Verda Dearson, that's how old I am. Anyways, had my first Mexican-American student there, and it was been 30 years of meeting hardworking, sweet-faced Mexican-American kids, hundreds of them, and their families. And if they try to take those DACA kids, if they come for the dreamers, ladies and gentlemen, we got to remember what the theologian said in Germany during the Nazi occupation. When they came for the gypsies, I didn't speak up. When they came for the socialists, I didn't speak up. When they came for the communists, I didn't speak up. When they came for the Jews, I didn't speak up. And now they're coming for me, and there's no one to speak for me. The Constitution says to support the general welfare. The general welfare includes health care for all. Speaking of hearing, I was over at my neighbors, elderly neighbors. That means they're older than me even. They were sitting there, and they're both hard of hearing, and they were having coffee, and they were talking to each other. And one said, the husband, he said, Mabel, I'm really proud of you. And Mabel said, what'd you say? He said, Mabel, I'm really, really proud of you. You've been married all these years, and I'm just proud of you. What did you say? Mabel, he kind of taps her on the, Mabel, I'm just really proud of you. I'm married all these years, 60 years now, and I'm just as proud of you as the day we were married. I'm just proud of you. That's what it is. And Mabel said, that's all right, honey. I'm tired of you, too. Hearing loss affects Alzheimer's disease. Hearing loss isolates elder people. Hearing loss makes it more likely to end up in an Alzheimer's ward. Can you imagine the cost of maintaining Alzheimer's wards and compared to providing hearing aids for elderly people? We have a lot of things upside down and wrong, but there's things that we can do. And I guess the last thing I want to say is it's great to see many people here. Folklore tells us in a lot of cases we don't know if it's bad or we don't know if it's good. And there are always unintended consequences. And the situation we're in now is just bringing people together like this. This hasn't happened much in my lifetime. But finally, I think I want, as a personal appeal to all the young Mexican-American students that I've taught over the years and told stories to. The Constitution says that it must support the general welfare. The general welfare does not include people dying because they don't have health care. And the general welfare does not include an America where we hear screaming next door from our neighbors because ICE agents are breaking down the doors to take away the children who came here at no decision of their own. It doesn't make sense from a human, compassionate point of view. It doesn't make sense from a religious point of view. Suffer the little children. It doesn't make sense from a numbers point of view. We spend our tax dollars educating those children. A lot of them are highly skilled, and now we want to deport them. So God bless and do the right thing.
Good morning, good afternoon, or whatever it is. My name is State Senator Terry Link, and also the chairman of the Democratic Party on the county to the east of you. And foolishly enough, I've been the chairman since 1992 and in the Senate since 1996, and I enjoy both of them right now as much as I did that first day. But today I'm coming out here and telling you there's one request I have from you. 2 years from this day, I want to come out here again and celebrate Labor Day with a Democratic governor in Springfield. Because then it'll truly be Labor Day. We have fought so hard for so many things in Springfield under previous governors that we're seeing this governor try to diminish or eliminate. We cannot afford to have this continue. And it's kind of ironic standing in here where they had Groundhog Day. Because I don't want to wake up another day after the election and have Rauner or Trump still in office. We cannot afford to have the state of Illinois follow in the suit of Wisconsin and other states and become right to work. But this is where I tell my friends in the union, it's on your shoulders. It's not just on our shoulders, it's on your shoulders. You've got to tell your members, you've got to tell everybody, if you want to save your union, you have to do it now. You have to do it at this election. In 2018, I almost said 1918, I wasn't going to show my age, but 2018, we've got a chance of changing Illinois' path in the governor's chair. But we also have a chance of changing this nation. We have congressional seats that are up. Fortunately, in the state of Illinois, both of our senators are Democrats. But we have congressional seats that easily could become Democratic seats. You live in one, the 14th. We have the 6th. Both of those people that are in that position right now, I served with in the Illinois Senate. And I told somebody, I said, I feel sorry for Washington, but happy for Springfield because we got rid of them out of Springfield. But we hurt the nation by letting them go into Washington. We could take both of those seats in this election. But it takes a unified message to get that done. And that unified message is very simple. The thing we lack in this country and we lack in the state of Illinois is one word: stability. And people, if you're in the business community, if you're in labor or wherever you are, you want stability. We had it going in Illinois. We had it going in the country. But a funny thing happened. An election 4 years ago, an election, it feels like 2 years, but it's only been less than a year, take place, and those elections changed the stability of this country. I tell my wife every morning, she watches MSNBC, I said, stop watching TV. It's frightening every day what we see is going on in this world. And it's because of one person. It's the same frightening thing that's going on in Illinois. We were very fortunate to finally get a budget done in Illinois because it took some courageous House Republicans to vote with the Democrats to override the veto of the governor. We couldn't do it on the Senate Bill 1, and we had to suck it up and get some things in there that we don't like. And I think every Democratic candidate right now for governor has strongly indicated that will be the first thing they get rid of, and that's the voucher system. Any way we look at it, it's a voucher. But we had to vote for it for one reason, because Senate Bill 1 was still intact. and it was going to help all of our school districts. But that's what I said when people look and they say, well, we're mad because you voted for this, or we're mad because we had to take this. Well, one man was the reason we had to take it, and that's the person we have to eliminate a year from this November, and that's the governor. You know, I look at this as an exciting time, and I really do, and we should get excited, because we could set the path of this state and this nation in this upcoming election. It's not a case that everybody says Illinois is a blue state. Well, I want it to stay a blue state. I want it to stay a bright blue state. But we are the only ones that are in control of that. So I want to make something out here, and it's a plea. I've been construed as a establishment Democrat, because I'm the chairman of the party, I'm in leadership. Well, I probably have more of a liberal voting record than most people have, if you looked at my overall record. But what I'm asking is, I don't care if you're a progressive Democrat, I don't care if you're a conservative Democrat, I don't care if you're a liberal Democrat, I don't care if you're an invisible Democrat. You know what you gotta be on November of 18 is a Democrat, and elect a Democrat from top to bottom, and let's not take a chance on losing that governorship, the presidency, congressional seats, or anything else. This is a Democratic year, and let's be Democrat. God bless you, and thank you.
We're going to move right along, right along those themes. We're going to hear next from a crowd of great candidates. The very people who are putting their lives on their line